It's a full house this morning, as I have Super Sam Omashe as well as Mike Okwache. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
It's another day this week,
yes.
Another day to be alive and to thank God. But this time around, we want to quickly begin our conversation with NAFDAC approving the R21 malaria vaccine for the country. The DG of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, said that this will help prevent malaria in children within the ages of 5 months to 36 months. Although the vaccine is said to have 77% efficacy, Ghana has even toed the line of also approving this. But now this is coming before the market approval or market authorization of the vaccine, which is a source of concern for some Nigerians. Sam.
Yeah, it's almost like a competition between urgency and efficacy. And they are feeling that, well, we think that this thing can work, and so let us do it. It is also a reflection of the Nigerian impatience with detail. The process usually goes through a number of stages.
Right.
You know, they usually go through about 4 stages, and does not reach the final stage of trial. There's a reason they go to the final stage of trial. The final stage of trial requires you to do a sort of mass test to see how it will work with a great number of people, between 1,000 and 3,000 people, and to see what it is with the common folks, how it works with the common folks, especially in a population like ours. It also gives them the opportunity to assess the side effects, you know, they have on
clinical trials.
On children. Yes, in these clinical trials. The other trials are also clinical, but they are different levels. You know. Yeah. They do some groups. I'm sure that's where they have gone, and because they've done the group test, probably stage 2 or stage 3.
Stage 3.
Stage 3. And then when they say, okay, some groups have done it, it's okay, and let us get it done. I think in the case of Viagra, that's what they did. They did the Viagra, and when they did the Viagra test in those days, they used the wife of Bob Dole, the woman who had they used Bob Dole. Okay. Because they said the trial they were trying to use it for heart problem, and it turned out to be a goal for men. So what happened? Bob Dole's wife said the thing is wonderful. I mean, the wife, but they were trying to find something. So it shows you how delicate these tests are.
Yes. Because
you don't really know what in the final analysis you get. So Pfizer was trying to drink heart problem. What they did was they took care of the heart of men and women. So that's what...
Sam just has a way of... it's amazing. It's amazing.
So that was what happened. So it is always necessary to get this thing done to the final analysis.
Yes.
And they have not done that. I know, that's why I say it's a kind of a conflict between necessity or urgency and necessity. So that is where it is. But we hope that they got it right. 600,000 Nigerians die every year, at least, of malaria.
Yeah.
People get malaria all the time. I've had malaria this year myself. So it is something that is a killer. We're 27% or 30-something% of the deaths, at least a quarter of the deaths in the world happen here in Nigeria. So it's an urgency. Maybe that is why they're saying, okay, well, what is this problem about wasting time? Let us just...
perhaps that's why they are just having about 100,000 first delivery, perhaps.
And it's also provisional.
Yes, provisional.
Yeah, exactly. It's provisional. We see the desperation because Nigeria accounts for 27%, as some was saying, 27% of infection worldwide, and then 32% of deaths worldwide. So it tells you that Nigeria leads in the cases of malaria worldwide. So you can see the desperation to see, okay, let's bring this thing in and see how we can exactly. Well, however, we know that about 4,800 babies on the continent are being, are in the tests, what do you call it? The test,
trials?
the trials, as the case may be. About 4,800 babies are on test right now on the African continent, from Burkina Faso to Kenya to Tanzania and so on. Because they're trying them region by region to see,
how they
the character
respond.
of the vaccine with these people, due to some peculiarities and so on. So all of that is there. And the point there is a welcome development, I must say, because malaria has killed a lot of people over the decades. The African continent, for both Africans and even foreigners who have been here, we've heard of malaria, infection and deaths. So at this time, in fact, people had expected that the malaria vaccine would have been available long before now, but we understand the politics, the global politics around issues like this and so on. So, well,
it's a long way. It's a long way from the colonial period.
Yeah, of course.
When the white man came to these parts and didn't have any cure for malaria, and the white men were dying in droves. They called West Africa the white man's grave before Dr. Becky developed the quinine. This is the story we have been coming from, the development of quinine up to today. So quinine is still very critical.
Central.
Yeah.
But we have it in our dongoyaros and we're using it.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, let's move on now quickly.